Let's look at some more bullshit dealing with Sandy Hook. Okay. First of all, this arguing with this David character and this fucking Andrew jungle surfer dude, whatever. Finished. I'm done with that crap. When you're supposed to be an educated man and the best you can do is run around saying nobody got hurt and you can't give an explanation why you're saying that. And I mean a valid explanation. Not just some stupid silly shit. You know? And did somebody really not get hurt? What about all the fucking people that this affected all over the United States? Didn't they get hurt? Even if it is a bullshit story, didn't somebody get hurt? So you tell me I can't produce a body? You can't produce a body either. You can't bring those kids out of the woodwork and prove to me they're alive. Those kids went to another place. You know it and I know it. Your job is to run interference. Okay? That's what all that Hollywood shit you got is all about. Okay? It's very obvious. You can't dispute what I'm saying, so all you can do is try and run interference. That's the way it's always been. Okay? This shit is coded to no end. Here's The View with Barbara Walters. I'll get to this over here in a minute. So here's the family. One kid in blue, one kid in red. The mom with slightly red hair in the black. Here's one of the kids that got killed. He's wearing red. Next frame, they got him wearing blue. Okay? Period. Fuck off, David. You're so far out of the fucking ballpark, you can't even lie good. Here he is over here, wearing red and blue. You're going to tell me I'm not seeing this as well? You can't disprove what I'm saying. You can't piece anything together. Because you have nothing to put together. Because you're probably nothing more than a fucking chat bot. Do you know what chat bot is? Yeah, you know what chat bot is. You just say something and it responds. This stuff is coded, and I'll bet any money that all of this shit has something to do with the military complex, the industrial military complex, that all of this stuff here is all tied into it. And you are too. There's no doubt in my mind. You come from an actor's background. You clearly and openly state that you've been involved in that shit. Why would you stop? Why would you stop? Because of that story about what they supposedly did to you? Sorry. I got abused as a kid too. I don't think you ever got out of it. A full-grown man doesn't run around going, nobody got hurt, nobody got shot, everything's fake. Because dudes, go step out in front of a bus. I want to see it. I want to see you step out in front of a bus. Have somebody film it. Let's see how fake it is. Because you can't back up any of your stuff. You can't back up any of your stuff. You're a fraud and you're a phony. And that's about what most of YouTube is. The only guy that gives me any truth is McCleary. That's it. He's the only dude that gives me truth. Trample on Snakes makes videos the same as me. Okay? So him and I are on the same level. McCleary's on a different level, coming from a different place. You are a toad. You run your gob. You're like a Ponzi fucking hairdresser. You like to toke. Hey, that's fine with me. I don't care. I don't think people that smoke dope are bad people. I think it's when you smoke dope and act like a dope that you're a bad person. Running around saying nothing is real, nobody got hurt. Dude, who the fuck are you? The fool on the hill from the Beatles movie, The Yellow Submarine? You can't see that there's code going on here? Now, McCleary stated that there's no code being passed. Well, I disagree with him on this point. On the overall, I'm sure that he's right. That nothing changes. However, we still operate here within a quadrant of free will, which means businesses are open and closed. Politics, commerce, trade, there's always code being thrown. There's code being thrown right here. Even if it's just computer code that's been programmed in, it's still code because all of life is code. Okay, this just happens to be a little bit more serious subject. So, as a rule, I don't disagree with McCleary. on this case, I'd say on the smaller version, I think that code is being passed right in front of everybody's eyes, because even if nothing is new under the sun, they're going to repeat what they did last time. So we're seeing the same code and the same story being passed again with new eyes for the first time. So McCleary is right, I think, on a larger scale. On a smaller scale, I believe that I'm correct. Even if it's the same story, I'm seeing it again for the first time. Do you understand what that means? Seeing it again for the first time? So, you know, a dude like McCleary that will take something and tear it apart and then put it back together and explain it to you without just walking the fuck away, that's fine. I got no problem with that. But if you just tear it apart and you just walk away and go, that's it, what the fuck did you accomplish, dude? What have you done? I mean, if your orders were just to run interference, then you're doing a great job. Okay, I don't know about all of this Chrissy Sumer and Max Malone and this Monograph dude. I don't know none of that shit, dude. I don't want to know none of that stuff. I just see that whatever's running this thing is making a whole lot of mistakes, and they're becoming very visible, and obviously they can't change the codes because they keep running the same codes over and over. I think there's a lot of validity to what you say, David, as far as shit being fake. I know that from the tornado. I proved it myself that those firemen weren't cutting up trees and stuff. But you have to ask yourself the question, if none of that stuff really happened, why are they doing it? Because they're hiding something even greater that they don't want you to see. What do you think really happened on 9/11? What was really going on where they had you over here looking over here and they pulled a fast one over there? What's really going on here? See, you're just saying, well, nobody got hurt, nobody got... Really? What was really going on when Kennedy got shot? Or when the towers came down? Or when this went on? See, no. You're never going to convince me that nothing went on here. These kids were autistic. That falls in with the golden age of this whole, we only want the good ones. Militaries are being set up. McCleary's right. There's nothing new under the sun. This is not the first time they fucking cleansed the earth of people. They're just setting it up again. But nobody's going to sit here and tell me that nothing happened. Because when you know the signs and the catchphrases and that type of stuff and the colors, it doesn't matter what's coming out of their mouth. They're wearing the truth. They're wearing it. On their sleeves even. Now this dick over here was a friend of Queenie Cameron's, supposedly. I'm sure they're still buddies. I'm not going to say his first name because I don't really want to drag the dude in. Anyway, the second part of his name was 11131113. So that's one set of threes. There's 1 3. There's a second set of threes. There it is there. There's a third 3, and there's a fourth. That comes up to 12. That comes up to 3. This guy went from making anti-government videos, right? I mean, day after day after day after day. And then one day he just stops and he starts making videos about shooting pool, and he makes sure to show the tip of the pool cue. And we all know what that is. So, Mr. Dave Johnson, if you could do magic tricks, I'd say you'd have a Magic Johnson. But as far as I'm concerned, you're not pulling any strings that are making any difference with me. I don't know who would sub to you. Oh, and what's this crap? If you listen to my stuff for more than 2 weeks, people should know what? What, that I base all my videos on the same thing, the return to the golden age of Saturn? That's all you gotta know. Because that's all that it is. It's the dawn of a new day. There's nothing new under the sun. They're waiting for it to happen. They're trying to make it happen. And you, my fine feathered friend, begawk.